Yo, 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 what's good, fam? Thank you for coming back for another video. It is a almost beautiful spring morning. We're gonna be getting the Corvette out of the garage today. Not why you think, but we're getting it out of the garage today. And what would a PM performance video be without me complaining about how dirty my garage is? Again, clutter, 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 but there's a good reason for clutter. Today is Pete's spring cleaning, and if you're going to see this thing, you can probably already figure out what it is. I kind of alluded to it in my last video. You're going to see some tape lines along the garage floor. This is why there was tape lines along the garage floor. There are no more quick jacks over here. Pete finally just said, I cannot do the floor anymore, and I'm buying a lift. So today, I am going to be putting together my lift. I got a brand new 4-post lift. I got an Atlas 8K. Still a little bit nervous about this. I did all the measuring, and everything should fit. I wanted to get an extended version in here because I do have a wide body Corvette, and wide body Corvettes are wide, right? So they're a little wider than what the standard 4-posts are. It's got to stick over a little bit, but any of the other ones I looked at, they were longer and wider, which was going to get me a little too tight against that wall up there than what I wanted. And the way I positioned this is I was going to have about a foot and a half gap on this wall, and I was going to be able to get the ramps right to the edge of the garage threshold. We got headers over here. I got boxes all over the place. I've been acquiring so much crap over the last couple weeks for this car, so I already got like 5 or 6 jobs lined up for these jacks. So I gotta get all this stuff out of here, all this junk. I got a friend coming over today from work to help me move some of this stuff. I got the engine hoist back here because the drive-on ramps that actually have the motors in them, which is going to be this top one. This one that's got the hydraulic pump in it is going to be stupid heavy. So having an extra set of hands is going to help tremendously. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and get the car out of the garage. Let me actually touch on this as well. So you're going to see I got a garage door opener issue. I want to say this side of the ceiling is 10 foot. That's about 9 foot 2 inches is that beam. Obvious elephant in the room is this thing right here. This right here, and this right here, and that concrete wall right there with the expansion joint around it. That is what kept me from doing a 2-post. I had all plans and intentions of doing max jacks, but concrete, I was going to reinforce the concrete, but again, there's too many things to work around, and this beam kind of really screws me. So that's why we're not going with a 2-post. Garage door opener. Again, 9 foot 2 inches, and then this other wall goes up to about 9.5. So I do have what I'm thinking is plenty of height. I'm getting rid of this garage door opener though. I'm putting the lift in now because I got work I got to get done. Even if I can get up to that garage door opener, that's still going to get me, 8 foot or so. So I'm going to be able to get the bottom of the car, I think 44, 46 inches off the ground by the time I touch that. That thing's going gonzo. I'm getting a side mount garage door opener. I'm getting the tracks on this side raised all the way up to ceiling height, so I'm going to get all of the height, or at least all the height I can get in here. I'm going to finish the lighting in here. I'm going to finish the drywall in here. I'm going to make this like as much of a garage as I can actually make it. So those are my plans. Let me get the garage door open. I'm going to try and record as much as I can, but I want to get the job done. I want to stay respectful of my friend, and he's probably not going to want to be in my videos, but I don't know. We'll see. Let me go ahead and get the truck out of the way, get the car out of here. We'll start unboxing some things, and we'll get to it. Alright, so just to give you guys a visual representation of what's going to be going on here before I get started. So here's what I originally mapped out. Again, you're going to see the ramps just getting right to the threshold. Hopefully this works out good. And you can see I just kind of taped up where the tracks are going to be, where the posts are going to be. And then you're going to see on the outsides, I put some tape lines where the wider one would have been if I would have went for the wider one. And I think the problem was that in order to get the wider one this far out, I wouldn't have been able to, I forget if that would have pushed those ramps further over that threshold. And now I'm thinking of it, shit, I probably should have, because no. So I think the reason why I didn't do that is because that would have been the edge, and then if I would have gone over a little bit, it would have given me no ability to work up here on the front of the car from underneath. So I think I made the right decision. If not, I wasted a whole lot of money, but we'll see. Let me start getting all this unpacked. Yeah, so it's already starting to look a little claustrophobic in here. My wife came out and said that thing is huge, and of course I had to say that's what she said. But quite a bit different than my quick jacks as far as landscape, that's for sure. So obviously just getting started on getting some of the bits out that I can without my friend Daryl the Viking coming over to help me move stuff. So that top one is going to be the heavy one. That's why I got the engine hoist out, because that's got all the hydraulic pumps and all that stuff in it. Bottom one's probably not going to be too bad, but got out as much as I could. Now I just got to start opening stuff up, figuring out what's what. Hopefully I can find some instructions, and hopefully in a few hours this thing will be done. All right, so we got Daryl the Viking here. We got the rolling bases or the runways unbolted. Now with a normal man's garage, this is a 19.5 by 19.5 foot garage. You can see we have some adjustable rods there for the locking mechanisms, and you need to slide those locking mechanisms through these runways, which you need. On this side you need like 9-foot clearance, on the other side you need 6-foot clearance. To do this in a normal garage is damn near impossible. So we think we're going to skip ahead on the instructions, see if we can get the rods in now since we have this all apart, and kind of just shimmy this thing around on the hoist. If we angle this, we can get it in through that angle, or we can just run it in through the back right now, and we should be able to do our thing. And yeah, let's look at this. Alright, the times I wished my tripod wasn't broken, so you guys have to see my ugly face very up close. I got the lines bled, I got the pump working, as you'll see hopefully in the time lapse if that works. So I got tension on these cables now. That's good. I was able to see the posts pull in a little bit and get a little bit more plumb. I just gotta go ahead and get some stuff out from underneath. Get some stuff out from underneath the lift, and we'll go ahead and do a full test. That cable looks like it's out. Those cables look like they're out a little bit further, but I'm gonna have to play around with these adjustments here on the locks. But we got pressure through. Let me go ahead and clean all this stuff out, and we'll get the lift to go up and down and do some testing. Alright, now we're going to get the lift down. I have it off of the locks right now, so we're going to get the lift down so I can get the ladder rails in. So you got to hold the unlock mechanism and go down, which this is kind of a pain because I have to hold this latch in the whole way down, and I don't think it is going level. Yeah, let me figure this works out. Let's try this again. Now I got the ladder racks. I got a couple threads starting the ladder rack. All right, it's off the ladder racks. Let's go down. And the first couple times you're just getting air out of the lines. So they may go a bit slow while you're running through. It almost seems like it's not doing anything. So I'm probably going to have to move this toolbox because this is not ideal. You have to actually hold on. You have to hold on to this lever the whole time it's going down. So basically, I'm going to be sitting down on the chair to get this to go down. Alright, so why are these not unlocking? Alright, so I got something misaligned here. The locks aren't auto unlocking. See if we can set it down on the locks, see if they're even engaging. Alright, so again, directions kind of sucked. I was able to figure out that the back locks were not unlocking because the shaft that goes along the runways, the jam nuts were not fully locked. It said to hand tighten them until you do all the adjustments. And I did that and it wasn't unlocking the backs. So I finally locked those up, got the lift to go all the way down, get the air out of the system. Now I'm trying to figure out the alignment. It says to align it up with the notch, the second notch on the ladder rack, and then kind of adjust the ladder racks from there. So that's what I'm trying to figure out from the Chinglish, the thing doing these documents. I think I finally got this thing going. It's up. It's a little noisy when it goes up, but I might have to do some more adjustments. Alright, we're on the locks, and we're settled down on the locks right now. Good, we'll go up, get off the locks, and we will go down. And it's going down nice and smoothly. Again, I'm going to have to figure out something here with this toolbox, but such is life. Everything is a compromise. And always trying to figure out how to get around it. So I did adjust, I evened out the ladder rails as much as I could by eye, and I leveled out and tightened the cables a little bit. It said the cables are going to stretch a little bit over time, but I got all the cables equidistantly adjusted, so I think I'm good. Now here's where the problem is when it goes all the way down, you got to stay on this you gotta stay on this handle till it goes all the way down, and right here is where it becomes an issue. So I don't know what I want to do about that. That is certainly going to get annoying. Once you get past the last stop, which we were about 2 off, then you don't have to hold it anymore. And we're almost there, another 5 inches or so maybe. Alright, so probably right around there is where I can let go of it, and it should continue to go down, which it is, but that is an annoyance to have to hold on to it that long. But see if we can figure something out with adjustments. So I'm going to go up and down with it a couple times, just to make sure everything's working, but so far so good, I think. Alright, we're all the way down on the ground now. I got the casters together. I'm going to try and move the lift a little bit. Things are a little bit cockeyed. The back side is a little bit more facing the wall than the front side is. Plus, I just don't like the position of it based where the car is going to be. I'm going to have to slide it over this way. So I'm going to try these casters out. There's some big cotter pins that go through the back. It bolts through that thing down there. And then as you let the lift down, it lets down pressure on this top part, and it actually swings the feet up off of the ground so you can roll it around on the coasters or casters. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll show you guys the process. I'll see if I can go POV mount or something while I'm doing this. All right, the casters are in place. We're going to try this out. I don't know how well this is going to come on camera, but we're going to give it a shot. Doesn't get it up much, but it gets it up. So technically, I should be able to, oh yeah, oh yeah. Look at that. I can move it. I may just have to get creative to keep it in place, but you guys can see how it works at least. And again, it only gets those casters, you know, an inch off of the ground, or gets the posts an inch off of the ground. So let me go ahead and get this leveled. Pete finds when he works on things. So apparently my concrete slab for my garage is slightly pitched going towards that way. My friend said that is common because you don't want water to collect in the garage. I get it, I guess. So when I got the lift up on the casters, it was kind of tough to push it around. It kind of felt like it was almost getting in the divots, so I don't think that those wheels are fully round. And then on top of it, once I got it in the spot, I tried to hold it there or something, and it would just move immediately. So I had to kind of get it where I think it's square-ish, and had my wife come out real quick. I held my foot on the post over here to hold it in place, and then I had my wife come out, take the tension off of the casters. I don't know why I keep on saying coasters. I had my wife take the tension off the casters, and what I wanted to do is I want to get these ramps directly, you know, pretty much directly flush with that threshold, that concrete threshold of the garage. So I got it there. We're gonna find out in a minute. I'm gonna let it down, find out that those ramps are right there, and I laid these ramps up to the lip of the car, and the lip of the car is going to hit it. So I'm hoping just by having to go up on that incline, almost busted my lip off with my heel there. So I'm hoping, so this is an 8% grade. So I'm kind of hoping that 8% grade, that little lip, and you're going to see those kind of two steps there for the threshold. I'm kind of hoping that's between the angle and those steps are going to help get the car onto the ramps to where I shouldn't have to screw around with making anything custom to get this thing up. That's what I'm hoping. I'm an engineer, but I'm not a mechanical, structural, civil, whatever engineer, so take my opinions and thoughts and hunches with a grain of salt, because when do they ever work out that way? So get these last two casters off, get this thing down on the ground, and I gotta clean up because I got a mess in here. I may try and get the car on a little bit today. If not, I'm just gonna jack this thing all the way up, get the car in, just because I don't feel like letting it sit outside for another night. I live in a nice neighborhood, but I don't trust anybody, so I want to get this thing back in the house. So I digress. Let me get this done, and we'll be back. Back to adjusting. You're gonna see that my bubble is a little bit off in the back. You got to come up probably about half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to readjust these ladder bars in the back. It's still getting a little bit goofy when it gets on the locks. And the other thing I found out, so I had a feeling I was going to move this, I was going to have to move this shelf. My feeling was right. So this is the highest I can go up without that adjustment bar hitting the shelf. So I got to figure this shit out, get all this stuff off of the wall. I want this wall clean and stuff out of this area so I can... I'll tell you what, I got wash the cars indoors grade. It took me quite a bit of leveling. You're gonna see that thing is pretty much dead nuts on. So I got a 2-inch grade going from there to there. I didn't think it was that drastic, but it's drastic. I may still have to do something about the feet. These still seem like they're... The posts still seem like they're a little uneven. Yeah, so these are still cockeyed. I may have to get a spacer or something. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do there yet, but I'm gonna have to shim these a little bit because it's still... I still have a feeling it's gonna bind. It's gonna bind these up. I don't know what to do about this, but I'm gonna try and go up and down a few more times. See if we can get this better. I gotta move the shelf because this is the max height that I got. So I'm gonna have to move the shelf so I can get to the lever thingy. And I should just be able to go up a little bit on that shelf. I'll go up a few notches and take some junk off of there, and then eventually I'm going to move those shelves. Actually, I'll probably move them all the way over here. And let's see if I made any success or if I messed it up worse. So, I don't know that I trust the car on it yet, but I guess I kind of trust it under it. I don't know which is worse, but... I don't know, man. I messed with this thing a lot, and I got it pretty damn level. It went up a little bit better, but I actually went up a couple notches on the lift, and it seemed to go out of level again. So I don't know. I'm kind of losing patience and willpower to get this done, but I'm gonna leave it alone for now. And then hopefully in the next couple days, I plan on getting a mirror or something up here so I can watch the rails as I'm pulling it on. But I don't know. I just don't know that I trust it. I mean, it's wobbly, and I don't know how I feel about that. It's probably fine. I don't even know if the base plates are fully level. I guess I'll check those next. But yeah, it was legit 2-inch. 2-inch off level front to back, and it's pretty level side to side. So I don't know if I did something wrong or just if the foot plates are uneven. See if I can find a little bit more information online, but yeah, she's tight. I don't even know if I got it straight, but I'm literally gonna have like an inch on each side past those plates, and I think the insides of those plates match the inside of that. So yeah, it's gonna be tight. She's a thick girl. Alright guys, I'm gonna apologize if this seems like I cut this video a little short. Most of the way through the taping, I ended up getting the flu. Still not fully healed yet, but I want to at least get this video done, get it out there, and then we'll do a follow-up video once the once the lift is able to get of some use. So I spent a tremendous amount more time the other day getting this thing leveled. I called Atlas, got a little bit more information. They said, these posts were actually 3 degrees, 2 to 3 degrees out, and it was actually a 2.5-inch slope. They said that is not an issue, just you have the adjustable ladder rails, adjust the ladder rails appropriately. Make sure that the deck is level, or the runways are level when it's on the locks. After you get the runways level on the locks, then go up above the locks and then adjust the cables. So you're actually going to see on the cables and the locks, again, everything's at like its extremes. So the fronts are basically all the way down. The backs are basically all the way up. Like, I got no more room to spare on these things. So again, that is kind of what happens when you do have a slope. Again, I did buy these very specifically because these had the adjustable ladder racks. Without that, I kind of would have been screwed. So I kind of had that preemptive vision to say nothing is ever going to be fully level. Let's make sure we get something adjustable. And thank God, because I did not actually take the level of my floor into effect. I just thought concrete is concrete, it's level. So if you do end up buying one of these and you have any inclination that your concrete may be unlevel, or you just want adjustability, get the ones with the adjustable ladder racks. I think everything is straight now. Atlas did say that once the car is up on the lift, it's going to get a lot more secure. They said basically when there's no weight on it, obviously it's going to be a little bit wobbly, but once you got a couple 1,000 pounds on there, that thing ain't going nowhere. And they said even with the floor being unlevel, they said it's not going anywhere once you get weight on it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. We're going to get this posted. Next video, I'm going to get the ramps out. I'm going to do what I got to do to get the car on again. I'm going to put a mirror up there. I may have to do some finessing to get the car on because the car is so low and does have a front lip. But I'm going to figure that out once I heal, and we'll get that on the next video. I thank you guys for joining. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content, and let me know you liked it, and I'll try and post some more about the lift. If not, then we'll just move on to the next things. We'll move on to the mods of the car. All right, thanks guys. We'll see you on the next one.